up, my beautiful people? Hi, this is your girl Naledi. Hope you all are doing well. Today's video would basically just be a very short version of something that I really feel the urge to share with you all. Um, Today's video is actually inspired, or not inspired, but it comes from a point of care. As we all know that we are going through trying times, and it's really bad out there, guys. Everything is expensive, the fuel is going up, and the food prices, like everything has just, like, the prices has gone up and it's crazy. So I just thought of a few things that you can probably use, and these are things that I have tried and it works for me. I wouldn't advise anyone on on something that I haven't tried and that hasn't really worked for me. So yeah, this is basically that. So stay tuned and take your notepad and a pen and a paper and write the tips down. Once again. So the very first tip that I have today is that when you go out, or when you, since right now it's still the middle of the month, so you can try it this month, and it's to do with your groceries. So this is what I do. I basically would now collect, like, online. I will go through all the sale papers, you know, the catalogs that are advertised, or if I can get a manual one, I would go take a manual one. But if not, then I'll just go online, and, like, it's probably a week prior to when I want to do my shopping or my grocery or something like that. And then I would go through the prices to compare now prices, and so far what I've seen is that how I've been saving is, most of my stuff I get them from Metro Namibia. Yeah, so Metro Namibia has quite reasonable prices, but then sometimes if you compare those catalogs, you would see that some things are quite a bit cheaper somewhere else. So that's what I would do. I would mark, or actually I would, like, I already have my grocery list that's just there in my notebook. So what I would then do is I will go to my book. Okay, yeah, I'll go to my book and go check now with the last 2-3 months where I bought what and what, so on. Because what I write down in my grocery book is, like, for example, I'd write coffee, for example, and then I would say probably the price where it's sold, it's probably $50 or 50 Namibian dollars. Okay, so, and then I'll write the shop to say, like, okay, this is Spar Namibia or whatsoever. My apologies. And then the next month, that same coffee might not be on sale at Spar, but at ShopRite. Then I'll go right again, ShopRite, it's $50 again. So meaning I always get most of my essential stuff on the same price, just at different shops, you know. So, and then what I will now do with the catalogs is I'll take them, compare the prices, and see where I have to change the shops now. So I will sit with my book and my catalog to say that, okay, so this, I bought it last month at Spar, but Spar doesn't have it this month end, so it's ShopRite or Pick n Pay or or Metro or so on. Then I would write, okay, Metro with this price. And if it's not that price, then I'll first take the things that are most important, and then I would see. But then when I draw up my budget, I would also like make room for, you know, sometimes you go and look for something that's on sale, but then it's really out of stock when you get there. So in my budget, I would also make like a small surplus amount, just in case I don't go find something that that is not there. So let's say if my budget is like round about 2,000 Namibian dollars, let's say for groceries, then add I would add probably an extra 300 bucks to it, so that I should now like fit in those things that I might not find on sale, you know. So yeah, so that's what I basically do. And as I go through these shops as well, I will now go through and check the prices of the things, and as I'm going, because as soon as I would also, what I will also do is that I would yo it's a lot of things, eh? It's a lot of things. Okay, so the other thing that I will also do is that, so I will now group out everything. So now I would say, okay, so this is, I have a lot of things that needs to be bought at Metro. So I would go to Metro. I would group them out. Okay, this is Metro, this is ShopRite, this is Clicks, this is what, and then I would go to Metro first, where most of the things are. So I would go start there, and while I'm in Metro, I would also check out the things that are probably listed under Clicks and the ShopRite underwear, to see at Metro whether the prices are not the same as it is with the other shops. So just to spare me time as well. So as I'm going through my Metro list, I would also just, as I'm going through the shelves and so on, I would also just, you know, it doesn't take any time from me, or it doesn't really take any effort for me. It's just like, so let's say if I'm taking sugar in Metro, and for example my flour is at ShopRite, for example, then what I would do is that I will now check, because the flour, the flour and the sugar and all those stuffs are normally at the same, in almost at the same shelves, or yeah, they are next to each other. So it won't hurt to just check it out. So then I would just, after taking my sugar, which is from the Metro list, I'll just go to the flour to see that whether the prices are not low as the ones that's probably at ShopRite. And I would go see that, no man, it's sometimes, yeah, if I'm lucky, the price would even be like lower, although it's not on sale, it will be even lower than the sale price at the other shops. Then I would also just add that and just like most now cancel it from the list of the things that I have to go take at the next shop. So that's basically what I do, and I have saved a lot, and that has also helped me to basically have a consistent amount from my grocery every month. Like I hardly overspend. I hardly, if I have to overspend, it's with $100 or $200 for things that I won't find on sale and so on. But I really maintain like that budget, and I don't go out of that budget. That really has worked for me, and I hope this is also gonna work out for you guys. And the other thing is also that for example, well, okay, now we are done with the groceries. Point number 2 is the things about, the next thing is about what, about Wi-Fi. So what, like, I'm not doing it right now, but I think, because I used to do it when I used to stay in Swakop. Okay, though that time the prices were not, or the things were not that expensive, but still I would share the Wi-Fi with my flat, not my flatmate, but my neighbor. Yeah, she used to be, yeah, our flats were next to each other. So my neighbor had Wi-Fi and she was staying alone. So we came to an agreement that I would give her an X fee and then I'll have access to her Wi-Fi. So that way we also saved a lot. So I think during these times we should look at all type of ways that we can save. Let's say like with Wi-Fi now, if you have Wi-Fi at your home and you're paying like $700, I mean, you can just come to an agreement with your neighbor. Although you can afford to pay that 700, you can at least just, if you can share, and then you share the price, and at the end of the day you pay 350 and your neighbor pays 350 for it, and you have a whole 350 in your pocket that you can save for rainy days. So and the third thing is that you all, I don't know whether you have seen the adverts of this DSTVs and Showmax. They always advertise things to say that 3 devices, or I think five devices can be connected to one DSTV account or one Showmax account or so on. So on that note, I would also think, like, or what I actually also think that would help us save a lot is, you know, some people pay like a full bouquet, which is like, I think 1.2, or like, I don't know, but let me say 1.2. If it's really that expensive, it's probably 1.2 or 1.1, I'm not sure. So for those people, I mean, they can always come to an agreement, because like most of the people nowadays have Wi-Fi at their homes, and I guess they do have smart TVs and stuff. So I mean, you can cancel your not cancel, but you can probably come to an agreement once again with your neighbor and say, okay, can we at least do this? Can we of even shared viewing? I think there's also something like shared viewing, whereby you buy a dual LNB or something, and then you just buy the cable, a long cable, and then you share the premium per month. So if it's let's say 1 grand per month, you share with your neighbor, and at the end of the day you both have full access, like a full bouquet, but on a budget, like on 500, you basically pay 500 rand for a full bouquet. So you save that other 500 at the end of the day for rainy days again, because we don't know now that everything is going up like this, the prices are striking and everything. We don't know what the way forward is. So I would say it's best we start preparing for the worst days. So at least, so that we should have something when things go really, really bad. Like now here in Namibia, there's been circulations in the media that were saying that our taxis are about to strike because of the petrol prices that has gone up high, and there might not be petrol. So imagine, already you have saved on your Wi-Fi, for example, 350 on your DSTV premium. You have saved a 500 grand from a 1 grand that you was spending. So you already have a 850 that you have put in away. Now, like in cases like this that's about to happen, or if it might happen, and you can go take a jerry can. If your car is not full, if your car is already full tank, you can always go take a jerry can and fill up your, what is it, your jerry can with that 850 or so, just so that you have fuel in case the service stations and the employees at the service stations decide to strike. Or yeah, or you can have that that 850 like handy, in case you want to travel. And I mean, right now, if the people have to stack like this public transport and stuff, there will always be ones that will work, you know, but they would put on ridiculous prices as well, because they know it would be a take it or leave it thing, since the rest of the people are on strike, you know. So at least you will have 850 that's lying there in your savings to save the day. So yeah. And lastly, what is the thing? Even your Netflix. I know Netflix is not that expensive, but still you can always share your password or your login details with whoever, like, yeah, with whoever. And even with the DSTV thing, if you cannot do the dual thing, LNB thing, you can always just share your password with somebody as well. And that's also not in the same town as you. You can even share it with your sister that's staying probably somewhere there in the north, or up down there in the south. Or you can probably yeah, share it with somebody. And as long as you guys come to an agreement. And the same with Netflix, you can do the same, totally the same. You can share the Netflix password, and then you share the premium, as long as you save. At the end of the day, it's all about saving. And then, I know I already said lastly, right? But I guess this is gonna be the last one. And then the other thing that I have also adapt to is what do you call it, laybys. Guys, laybys is the way to go, because with accounts and stuff, yo, those things will show you flames if it's not going well with you. Like if you are in financial crisis, or if you are, but that's a topic for another day. But I would advise you guys to do labors, more labors, on everything, especially things that you don't really are in need of that time. You can always like buy it on a labor basis. And right now, most of the shops are doing labors, from clothing to furniture shops and so on. So if you can labor it, I think go for it, instead of just avoid buying on accounts. I know sometimes we are really, the situation is pressurizing you to buy a thing on an account, or you know, especially if you need it. Like, let's say for example, your fridge has broken down like in the middle of the month. You don't know where to go. And like, a fridge is one of the essential stuff in a household, so you are forced to buy it on an account. In such a case, maybe, but for me, if I'm faced with such a situation, I would, by all means, I would I would rather um I would rather humble myself and ask my neighbors to put my stuff in. Or I don't know what I will do, but I will see what I will do when I'm in such a situation. But I don't think I would buy things on account ever again in my life. I really don't think so. Not that I had a bad experience, but I think the better way is to buy it either cash or in laybys. So right now that we are in those trying times, I just feel that, can we all just move to laybys? We lay-by things, because with the lay-by you don't pay interest, you pay that price that is there, and that is it. You don't pay any interest on anything. So yeah, so that's my few tips that I had for you all. I hope somebody would learn something out of this. And if you have other ways that you actually wanna share, please do that down in the comments. I'll really appreciate. I would also like to learn from you guys. These are my things, my 2 cents. So I mean, like, we are different types of people and with different, from different denominations. So I mean, hello, I know you also have a tip, so please do share it down here so that we should learn from each other. This whole thing is a whole learning process, and let's do the things, man. Let's do the things. So yeah, and basically, let's save if you can. If you don't need the money, save, and budget. If it's not on the budget, you're not doing it, you're not going for it. It's just a healthy way of living and managing your finances. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and hit that like button as well as the notification button, so that you should be notified every time I post something. Thank you for staying tuned till the end. Hope to see you in my next video, and ciao.